something about finishing you need to know. If you're going to finish in the kingdom of God, it's a little bit different than finishing just practically speaking. In God's kingdom, finishers must understand that things that seem first often are last. And things that seem last often are first. What does that mean? It means things that seem important to you often can be unimportant to God. Things that seem unimportant to you, that you're just like, nah, don't care about that, don't worry about that, sometimes can be very important to God. And if you mix those things up, you may not finish your race. If you keep those things straight, if you keep yourself balanced, but willing to stay off balance with God, you know what I'm talking about? You will finish your race. One of the things that I wrote down in my notes here is that, what we're doing here is finishing a great mystery. In the book of Revelation, it says in chapter 10 that there will come a time when the mystery of God will be finished. Now, in the book of Ephesians, we haven't gotten to it yet when we're studying, one of the seven churches, the church of Ephesus, but it clearly defines for us that the church is the mystery. God had a plan. He started with Abraham. All right? He began to work with a physical people, the Hebrew nation. But God had a plan all the time to use that one nation from that one man to bless all the nations, to bless potentially every man. And so then the church now, here in the last age, we are the continuation of that plan. We are the mystery. God bringing the two things together. Before Jesus comes back, the Jewish and the Gentile plan will be one plan. All men, this is what happened. Through Jesus, God tore down the middle wall of partition, the thing that separated the Jewish people or the Hebrew people from all the rest of the nations. He tore it down, made the way open, kicked the door of salvation down, and said anyone can come. Doesn't matter if you're Jew or Gentile, you can come, you can believe, you can accept the sacrifice of Jesus. Are you here? God's been working out a great mystery. But there will come a time, again, Revelation chapter 10, when the mystery of God will be finished. We're working towards that moment. In the meantime, we need to do what God calls us to do. More than we need to hang out with family. More than we need to worry about the houses we live in. More than we need to worry about the lands that we live in. More than we need to worry about the returns that we get. God will take care of the 100-fold return. Keep your eye on Jesus. Keep walking with Him. Because if you're not careful, again, you will think last things are first or first things are last and get it mixed up with what God says is first and is last. So 2012 is an important year. And one thing we need to understand is that the principle of first and last will come into play. It always does.